What if you could walk into any negotiation, closing a client, landing an investor, or sealing a massive business deal, and know you'd win without breaking a sweat? Today, I'm going to reveal how the world's greatest negotiators unknowingly use ancient Stoic philosophy to get better terms, more respect, and stronger relationships. This is the Stoic method, and once you learn it, you'll never see negotiations the same way again. Let's dive in. Negotiation is often described as a battlefield, a place where the stakes couldn't be higher, tensions run thick, and every word, every pause, every gesture can tip the scales. It's a high-stakes dance where the outcome isn't just about money or contracts. It's about relationships, reputation, and sometimes even your future. Yet despite the gravity of these moments, most people walk into this arena armed with their emotions first. Hope, fear, anger, desperation. These feelings become their weapons and their weaknesses. You feel the pressure to close the deal, and suddenly your heart races, your mind clouds, and your judgment blurs. When emotions take control, they don't just influence you, they hijack your decision-making. Instead of thinking clearly, you become reactive. You might say yes too quickly just to avoid confrontation, or push too hard and scare off the other side. You might leave the table wondering if you gave away too much, or worse, if you missed the opportunity for something greater. This is the reality for many negotiators, caught in a whirlwind of feelings, chasing results often out of their control. But here's the critical question. What if you could change the game entirely? What if, instead of being ruled by your emotions, you mastered them? What if you could walk into any negotiation calm, confident, and ready for whatever comes your way, without panic, desperation, or regret? This is where Stoicism enters the picture. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy, forged in the political chaos and uncertainty of the Greek and Roman worlds. It was designed for people facing high-pressure, life-altering situations, not unlike your next big negotiation. At its core, Stoicism teaches us how to keep our minds razor-sharp and our emotions steady, but not by suppressing or ignoring how we feel. Rather, by understanding what we can control and accepting what we cannot. It's a mindset that helps you focus on your own preparation, behavior, and responses instead of obsessing over the unpredictable actions of others. Picture this, walking into every negotiation with that mindset. You're calm, you're centered, you're clear-headed. You're ready to listen, adapt, and respond, not react. You don't fear the worst outcome because you're prepared for it. You don't chase impossible dreams because you know your minimum terms and stand firm on them. Here at the Business Vault, we don't just study dusty philosophies or old theories. We dig deep into timeless strategies like Stoicism, then translate them into practical, actionable tools you can use right now to win in today's fast-paced, often ruthless business world. Because at the end of the day, negotiation isn't about shouting the loudest or pushing the hardest. It's about mastering yourself first, your mindset, your emotions, and your approach. When you do that, you unlock better deals, stronger partnerships, and success that lasts. The very first rule of Stoic negotiation, and arguably the most powerful mindset shift you can make, is this: separate what you can control from what you cannot. Think about it for a moment. In any negotiation, there are countless factors swirling around you. The other person's moods, hidden agendas, last-minute changes, even external pressures like deadlines or market conditions. But here's the truth. None of those things are truly in your hands. What is in your control? Everything about you. Your preparation, the words you choose, the tone you use, your patience, your presence, your willingness to listen without reacting impulsively. When you grasp this separation deeply, something incredible happens. Desperation fades away. The frantic need to control, the uncontrollable loosens its grip. You stop chasing after outcomes that may never come and instead build a quiet, grounded confidence that no one and nothing can shake. Imagine this. You're sitting across the table. The other party throws a curveball. Maybe they push harder, delay, or try to rattle you. If you haven't mastered this mindset, panic or frustration might bubble inside. But when you live by this rule, you simply recognize, that's outside my control. You stay calm, measured, and focused on your part. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, captured this perfectly when he said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This isn't just ancient wisdom. It's a daily strategy for success. By centering yourself on what you control, you free up mental energy. You become less reactive and more proactive. You see challenges not as threats, but as puzzles to solve. Your mindset shifts from, "I need this deal at any cost," to "I'm prepared, adaptable, and no matter what happens, I'm steady." This mindset alone will transform your negotiations and your life. When it comes to negotiation, most people simply show up hoping for the best, crossing their fingers and relying on luck or charm to carry them through. But Stoics see negotiation differently. To them, preparation is not optional. It's the foundation of every success. Stoic negotiators understand you can't control the outcome, but you can control how well you prepare. And preparation is more than memorizing facts or rehearsing talking points. It's about arming yourself with knowledge, clarity, and foresight to navigate any curveball. Here's the Stoic preparation checklist you should adopt. First, know your numbers. Facts, data, hard evidence, not gut feelings or wishful thinking. Whether financial metrics, market rates, or contract terms, a deep understanding of concrete details is your anchor when conversations get heated. Second, define your minimum acceptable outcome, your walkaway point. This protects you from emotional traps where you agree to terms that don't serve your interests. Knowing your baseline keeps you grounded and helps negotiate with discipline rather than desperation. Third, anticipate objections and difficult questions. Put yourself in the other party's shoes and ask, what might they challenge or push back on? Prepare calm, logical responses ahead of time. This shows respect for their concerns and positions you as a composed, confident negotiator, not someone scrambling to react on the spot. Let me share a quick real-world example. A startup founder was negotiating equity with a potential investor. Instead of walking in blind or hoping to feel it out, he spent days preparing a range of if-then scenarios. What if the investor demanded more control? What if they wanted a lower valuation? What if they pushed for exclusive rights? No matter what came up, this founder had a clear, reasoned answer ready. His preparation made him unshakable. The investor noticed his calm logic and confidence, and as a result, offered better terms than the founder had even hoped for. Preparation gave him the power to steer the negotiation rather than be pushed around by it. In negotiation, it's often said the calmest person holds the power. Why? Because when emotions flare, judgment clouds, and people rush to fill silence with words they later regret. The person who maintains composure shapes the rhythm, tone, and outcome. Stoicism teaches that emotional control isn't suppressing feelings or pretending indifference. It's mastering your inner state so you're not a slave to external chaos. This control allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Key Stoic tools to maintain calm in high-stakes negotiations. Pause before replying. It sounds simple, but this small act has tremendous power. Taking a moment before speaking lets your words carry weight and meaning rather than rushing out defensive or reactive statements. A well-timed pause signals confidence and encourages reflection. Use silence strategically. Silence can be uncomfortable, and that discomfort is your ally. Holding silence places gentle pressure on the other party to fill the void, often revealing more information, concessions, or clarifying their position. It shifts dynamics from rushed exchange to thoughtful dialogue. Reframe tension as opportunity, not threat. Negotiations naturally bring stress, but instead of letting tension rattle you, view it as a challenge to grow your skills and find creative solutions. This turns the negotiation from a battlefield into a problem-solving workshop. Seeing pressure as a chance to demonstrate poise opens doors others miss. Here's a practical exercise for your next negotiation. Before responding, take 2 slow, deliberate breaths. This simple reset calms your nervous system, slows racing thoughts, and keeps you grounded. It breaks the cycle of knee-jerk reactions and maintains control over tone and message. Imagine a tense moment. The other side drops a tough demand or questions your proposal. Instead of snapping back, you pause, breathe deeply, and respond with clear, measured confidence. This presence of mind impresses and often disarms tension, turning a standoff into constructive conversation. Mastering emotional control doesn't happen overnight. It's a skill honed with practice and self-awareness. But once you start applying these Stoic tools, negotiations feel less like battles and more like meaningful dialogues where you lead with calm authority. Stoics didn't see negotiation as manipulation or domination. Their aim was justice, fairness, respecting everyone's interests. Negotiation wasn't about crushing the other side or winning at their expense. Instead, it was about finding solutions where all parties walk away better. The "I win, you lose" mindset might deliver quick victory, but it's short-sighted. It destroys trust, burns bridges, and limits future opportunities. In business, your reputation for fairness and respect is your greatest asset, and nothing erodes that faster than zero-sum thinking. The Stoic path shifts focus from competition to collaboration. Ask yourself and the other party, how can we make this work for both of us? What would success look like for you in this negotiation? These simple questions open the door to creative solutions. They invite dialogue, uncover hidden needs, and build agreements that feel fair and sustainable. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." This isn't about being soft or naive. It's about recognizing the humanity in every negotiation, approaching the table with genuine respect and willingness to understand fosters trust. And trust is the currency that turns a one-time deal into a lasting partnership. By focusing on justice, courage to stand firm on values, wisdom to see beyond immediate gains, and temperance to avoid greed or frustration, you create an atmosphere where both sides thrive. In the long run, this approach doesn't just help you close deals, it helps you build a network of strong, loyal relationships fueling ongoing success. And in business, that's the ultimate win. Let me share a story illustrating the power of the Stoic approach. A startup founder was negotiating a critical distribution deal, one that could make or break their growth. The stakes were high, competition fierce. Across the table, a rival company's negotiator came in aggressive, pushing hard with demands and pressure tactics. They tried to rush decisions and force concessions, hoping to intimidate the founder into accepting less favorable terms. But the founder took a different approach. Instead of reacting emotionally or matching aggression, they stayed calm and collected. They listened carefully, asking smart, thoughtful questions to uncover the real needs and priorities of the other side. Rather than focusing on positions, the founder looked for hidden value, maybe an untapped market segment, or a way to reduce logistical costs by collaborating on distribution routes. By maintaining composure and focusing on mutual benefit, the founder negotiated not just a better price, but exclusive territorial rights and more favorable payment terms. The deal cost less and provided a stronger competitive advantage. More importantly, the calm, respectful approach built trust and set the foundation for a long-term partnership, not just a one-off transaction. This story shows brute force rarely wins. It's the steady, thoughtful, and strategic mindset, the hallmark of Stoicism, that unlocks better deals and lasting relationships. Now, let's break down powerful tactical tools Stoics use to gain the upper hand. Tools you can start applying right away. Silence. After making a point or asking a question, pause and don't rush to fill the quiet. People want to fill silence and often reveal valuable info or concessions when left with that empty space. Reframing. When tension arises, reframe from me versus you to us versus the problem. This transforms negotiations into problem-solving sessions where both sides work to find creative solutions. Anchoring. Set the tone early by calmly stating your first offer or number. Doing this confidently and without hesitation defines the playing field, sets expectations, and influences possible outcomes. It's about being deliberate and clear, not aggressive. Solid exit plan. No negotiation is worth sacrificing your minimum acceptable outcome or integrity. Knowing when to walk away is strength, not failure. If terms don't meet your needs or the process becomes toxic, gracefully exit. This shows confidence and keeps future doors open. Sometimes walking away is the best move. Together, these tools give you practical ways to navigate negotiations with calm precision, turning pressure into advantage. So, how you put this into action next time? Create your own control versus no control list. Write down what you can control, preparation, tone, questions, timing, and what you cannot. Others' emotions, deadlines, final decisions. This clarity helps focus your energy where it matters and frees you from stress over what's outside your influence. Prepare your data thoroughly. Numbers, facts, evidence are your best allies. Come armed not just with what you want, but with strategic questions designed to uncover the other party's true needs, priorities, and pain points. This puts you in the driver's seat to guide the conversation confidently. Practice the two-breath rule. Before responding to any offer or statement, pause and take 2 slow, deliberate breaths. This resets your nervous system and builds emotional control over time. Enter every negotiation with a mindset to build a bridge, not burn one. Negotiation isn't about crushing the other side. It's about finding a path forward benefiting both parties. Approach with curiosity, empathy, and respect. When you focus on connection and collaboration, you don't just close deals, you build lasting relationships, opening doors for future success. By following these steps, you harness the Stoic method to transform negotiations, turning pressure into growth, confidence, and real wins. Negotiation isn't about overpowering the other side. It's about achieving powerful results while maintaining your calm, integrity, and confidence. The Stoic method doesn't just help you close more deals. It builds lasting respect and trust that no amount of money can buy. If this resonated and you want to unlock more game-changing business strategies, click the notification button, hit subscribe now, and join the Business Vault community, where timeless wisdom fuels modern success. And don't keep this to yourself. If you know someone preparing for a big negotiation or important business move, share this video, because true victory in business isn't just about making deals, it's about making them last. Let's grow smarter, stronger, and more successful together.